WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 5.
There's more than $1 billion up for grabs tonight, and people in Michigan and across the nation have their fingers crossed. It's our time. Joining us, I'm Siobhan Klepfer. Sherry Jones is off today. Tonight, Michigan lottery players are eyeing a historic jackpot that could change someone's life forever. The $1.2 billion jackpot is the 5th largest Mega Millions ever. And our Zena Issa spoke with some local folks about how they would spend that money. Zena?
Siobhan, a lucky winner tonight could take home Michigan's largest jackpot ever. The last time Michigan saw a Mega Millions jackpot win was in January 2021. That lucky ticket was worth just over $1 billion and was claimed by an Oakland County lottery club. Lottery players across the state are dreaming big. This Lansing man is hoping to get lucky again like he did years ago.
20 years ago, I won $100,000. I was kind of shocked, of course, and then I hit it, and then I didn't tell anybody, you see. Because I didn't want them to hit me up for, well, whatever. But after a while, I shared it with people. I mean, you know. But that's my story about the lottery. I think it's a good thing because it helps the schools, and it also can help the individual that's playing if they can afford to gamble.
If you're feeling lucky, there's still time. Mega Millions tickets cost $2 and are available until 10:45 tonight at retailers and online at michiganlottery.com. If you can't wait until tomorrow to see if you won, you can watch the drawing live tonight at 11 at WLAJ, right before 6 News at 11. Good luck, guys. Siobhan.
All right, Zena, thank you. But Michigan has at least one new millionaire today because of the lottery. The Wayne County man who asked to remain anonymous told lottery officials he has a habit of buying a ticket every day. So the 50-year-old walked into a store in Plymouth and bought a ticket for a game called Wild Cherry. He scratched off his ticket and won $1 million. He says he double-checked the ticket on the app before walking up to his wife with the great news. And now he plans to go on vacation, fix up his house, and live comfortably. Well, moving closer to home now, police in Jackson County are trying to track someone down after a DoorDash delivery ended up with the customer getting shot. Police say the shots rang out just after 5 o'clock Thursday evening on South Rosewood Avenue in Leone Township after an argument between a customer and a DoorDash driver. The person got their food and the driver took off, but investigators say the DoorDash driver came back and parked across the street. When the customer went outside to take a picture of the car, someone inside pulled a trigger and shot them. Police say there were at least 2 people in that vehicle at the time. The victim was taken to a hospital but is back home tonight, and they spoke with 6 News, and we will have more on this story for you coming up tonight on 6 News at 6. And that's not the only criminal case involving a food delivery today. You are looking at Brianna Alvalo, a Marco's Pizza employee in Florida. Authorities there say she delivered a pizza to a hotel room in Kissimmee on Sunday and got mad about the tip. So police say she went back to the victim's room later and attacked him, stabbing him multiple times. He was taken to a hospital and is stable tonight. The 22-year-old suspect was picked up by police on Monday and faces multiple criminal charges. President-elect Donald Trump's new border czar says he needs tens of billions of dollars to start carrying out the sweeps of undocumented immigrants that he wants to launch as soon as Mr. Trump takes office. But some in the next president's inner circle are now calling for more migrants in the U.S. to help with their businesses. Katrina Kaufman has the details from the White House.
President-elect Trump's incoming border czar, Tom Homan, says he's preparing to find and detain millions of undocumented immigrants.
We need at least 100,000 beds, but I'm not going to put a limit on it. I'm telling the minimum we need 100,000 beds because we got a big population to look for.
Homan told the Post that he plans to bring back raids on businesses where immigrants may be working. And he says the roundup could also include families, leaving it to undocumented parents whether their U.S.-born children will be deported with them.
We're dealing here with American citizens who can't speak for themselves, children that may now be deported from America.
Meanwhile, the 2 men Trump has picked to slash the size of government say the tech industry needs more foreign workers for their businesses.
Vivek Ramaswamy said on social media, American culture is to blame for the lack of talented and motivated engineers. He wrote, "A culture that celebrates the prom queen over the math Olympiad champ, or the jock over the valedictorian, will not produce the best engineers." But those comments have drawn criticism from some Trump backers, including former Congressman Matt Gaetz, who say Trump needs to cut immigration. Katrina Kaufman, CBS News, the White House.
Also in Washington, Congresswoman Elissa Slotkin is taking a look back as she prepares to move to the Senate. Since taking office in 2019, Slotkin says more than 30 of her bills have become law, that she's helped fund projects in mid-Michigan to the tune of more than $60 million, that she's put $20 million back into her constituents' pockets, and that she's consistently been judged as one of the most bipartisan members of Congress. She takes office in the U.S. Senate next month. And Slotkin isn't the only one looking back at 2024. We are putting together a special edition of the Capitol Rundown where we ask Michigan lawmakers to look back at the year that was. We spoke with several people, including Congressman Tim Walberg, whose district includes Jackson and Hillsdale counties. And he talked about why he thought President-elect Trump won the state of Michigan in November.
I think Michigan looked at it from the union workers in my district over on Lake Erie in Jackson County to the agriculture workers in the west part of my district and central, looked at him as the only answer.
And you can hear more from that interview and from other Michigan movers and shakers coming up this Sunday morning on the Capitol Rundown. And for the latest political news, you can also subscribe to the Capitol Rundown newsletter. It's just one email each week.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
If you spend any time outdoors today, you know this is not what it should typically feel like cruising through December, heading towards January. And you look at our snow potential, there's not a lot on the way. I mean, even in the UP, there could be some lake effect as we head into next week, in the next 6 days. But here in mid-Michigan, just trace them. Possible, and that's not until around Tuesday of next week, and even then it's not looking all that likely we'll see any accumulation. There is a pattern change on the way, however. Today 40s, tomorrow in the 50s, and then as we head into Sunday, Monday's still warm, but we drop below average and we stay below freezing once we get into the middle of next week, right through next weekend, and probably into the following week as well. Eastern U.S. is going to see this big pattern change while the West Coast warms up, and there's going to be a system to our north in Canada which is going to continue to push cold fronts through the area with periodic shots of chilly air. So once the cold air gets here, it will be here for quite a while. In the meantime, it is rain we're talking about. Some areas could pick up over an inch of rain over the next 5 days. Still looks like to me the best chance for the significant rain is going to be on Sunday. Monday system's moving away. Tuesday, we got to watch for a little moisture to push a little further north. So that may be our chance for some rain and maybe some snow showers. Our satellite radar shows lots of rain out there today. That'll stick with us tonight with scattered rain showers through early tomorrow morning. As we move through tomorrow afternoon, low pressure system number 1 is pushing away, so probably a long break in the precipitation. It'll be breezy tomorrow. We'll call it variably cloudy. You may get some sunshine out there. Our second part of this storm system will begin to move in as we head into Sunday, so widespread rain pushing north of the state line through 7 o'clock. We'll have off and on showers right through the afternoon, and as the system starts to push away, there could conceivably be a couple wet snowflakes on the west side of this system, but not going to be an issue as far as any travel problems or anything that will accumulate. Our Skyview network this afternoon, McLaren Cam rainfall totals today have been light, under 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. 46 and 40 the high and the low, and it's the same story no matter what direction you go. 44 currently in Grand Ledge, 1/10 of an inch of rain and a 10-mile-per-hour wind gust. That's about all we can muster today in terms of wind. On the Jackson Cam, visibility slightly reduced, little rain in the air, temperature 42 degrees after a high of 45, 407 inch of rain. And in Hillsdale, looks impressive out there in terms of the radar, but the rainfall total is only 307 inch. 44 is our current and our high, and this morning's low dipped into the upper 30s. Temperatures currently, we're sitting in the low 40s. We're going to hang there for the next several hours. Around midnight, our low temperature 42 degrees as rain showers continue. By tomorrow morning at 7, we're in the 50s, and that's just kind of where we hang all day tomorrow, in the lower 50s, with a chance for a spotty shower. But more than anything, I think you'll just notice the winds kick up and it's quite warm. The 6-day forecast as we head into Sunday, rain on the way. Monday, maybe a rain snow shower, not a big deal. Then it gets cold, and eventually by next weekend, we see the chance for some lake effect snow showers for several days as the wind direction is right and the temperatures are just perfect, upper 20s. So if you want to get a little snow on the ground, that may be our chance.
Okay. And consistently chilly, especially in terms of where we are going to be with the temperature.
We're going to get back stuck in another pattern. We've been stuck in the warm weather. Now we're going to get stuck in cold weather.
All right, David, thank you so much. Well, coming up, you may have heard about the plane crash overseas that killed dozens. Was it a bird that caused it, or was it shot down? We'll tell you why there may be more to this story than originally thought. And later, you usually return something by dropping it off, but you won't believe what happens next. We'll show you what happens behind the scenes. So stay tuned. 6 News at 5. We'll be right back.